I did not expect that you would make it. Yes, it would seem even time cannot hold you back. In that case, come, let your wish be granted.
Under moon eternal, in radiant night, a maiden grants silk, soft and light. Under moon iridescent, in night divine, a maiden grants fiber for cloth so fine. Under moon of frost, in night so great, a maiden grants tools to divine our fate.
What are Mom and Dad doing?
Shh, just make a wish. The kind Adeptus on the moon is listening. Look, it's Lady Tsubai.
Wow! Lady Tsubai? Is she powerful?
Of course. She taught us how to grow grain and beans, millet and rice, how to peel hemp and reel silk, spin thread and weave cloth, how to cut stone and build houses, cast bronze and forge tools. According to Mom and Dad, the Adeptus Tsubai is the god of soil and grain, who blesses our land and its crops.
Huh? Lady Tsubai's leaving.
It's all right. We just have to wait till next year. She'll be back.
Mom and Dad are gone. Why hasn't Lady Tsubai returned?
She'll come. We just have to believe. What is that?
Lady Tsubai abandoned us.
All places tainted by the abyss need to be purified. That includes Long Gone.
And what of its people?
You know what will happen. You are but an emissary to the mortal realm. This is Heaven's will. There is no need for guilt, and no place for hope.
I wouldn't dare. But the people of Langan honor me, worship me, pray to me. If I do not answer, the guilt will be too much to bear.
And if you do, you will meet the same end.
Then as their god, I shall die among them.
Look! Lady Tsubai came to save us!
I knew she wouldn't abandon us. Run!
You have done enough.
Now you know the truth. These are the memories that suffocate me where I stand, not just my nation. Were it within my power, I would ignite a blaze fierce enough to burn a hole through the heavens themselves. It was a time of war, one that ravaged heaven and earth. Remnants of the battle, the heavens decreed that the tainted filth had to be cleansed. No matter the cost. I just had more time. I could have helped more people to escape. But it wasn't enough. I just needed a bit more, and they all could have survived. I never imagined there would come a day where I found peace. So long this rage has been within me. Yet, here in this moment, if you wish to bring Zibai back to life, mortal, then you may take the part of her soul that just remember. From this moment onward, the fate of Langan's fallen rest. As I said before, I am but a remnant of Zibai's adeptal form. A manifestation. By taking away this fragment of her soul, you take away my shackles as well. So, it's your turn to grant one of my wishes, is it? Very well. In regard, however, should another raise a war banner against the heavens someday, let my name be set upon its cloth. I ask for this, and nothing more. Now, take what you came for. I was a lone moon, shrouded and dimmed in cloud-veiled night. Now darkness breaks, free and unburdened. I reclaim my light.
You think I am one to fold so easily? Young one. What brings you here? My, what exquisite mint seedlings. Was it you who planted them? I had not taken you for one so versed in the horticultural arts. I must insist that you... but this is Cloud Retainer's abode. She does not appreciate the verdant wonder that we should leave at once. If she sees us here, there is little I can do to protect you. You weren't? Was it Mooncarver then? My, what nerve he has. What?
Looks like Mountain Shaper is back to normal. Has the matter with Zizhi been resolved then?
Wow, that was fast.
A second to us, perhaps. But for the Traveler, I imagine it felt much longer than that.
One's plan was most successful.
And you're all right, Traveler. You don't feel strange in any way?
Well, sounds like good news all around.
What is this matter you speak of? The possession of that mortal child?
The matter of Zizhi may have been resolved, but there is another that is far from over. Perhaps you have a moment to spare for a little chat.
You seem reluctant to talk in detail about what happened with Zizhi. Don't worry. I won't ask you to reveal her secrets to me. And I doubt the
Huh? You don't want to know what happened?
the expression on your face. I know it well, Traveler. It's one I've seen Rex Lapis wear on many occasions. Whatever.
But you're okay, right, Traveler? That deadly self didn't hurt you, did she? Well, as long as you're not hurt, Paimon doesn't need to know anything else.
Even so, I hope you feel like you can if I learned anything from our time together, it's that one should not have to shoulder such a weight, not to mention that certain knowledge brings danger in its wake.
Yeah. Kind of like how one person can't finish a whole slime, you know? Better to... Exactly! Wait, no! Paimon's just saying we've got loads of friends who'll be more than
I never knew there was such a tragic chapter in the ancient...
So, the people of that nation worship the White Horse Adeptus as...
It would seem, then, that Rex Lapis had a similar reason for withholding the details of his... I've often wondered if he had companions to stand by him before we met. Or if he was forced to face... Regardless, Lantern Rite takes place in 2 days. If there's no news of Rex Lapis by then, we'll have to come up with a...
Fingers crossed it all goes well. It's time to meet back up with Xiao. Let's head to Mount Outsong.
Shower me with praise!
Xiao, Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! We're here! Any news on Zhongli? Wait, are we missing two?
Well, Shenyun banned Mountain Shaper for...
Oh, then
The scheme to plant mint in one's abode was one those two fools devised together? And when it comes to punishment, one does not discriminate.
wow, that's pretty harsh.
Let's get down to business.
Huh? Isn't that...
Yes, Rex Lapis's geopillar. It descended from on high this morning. He must have sent it for a reason, but it does not respond to our touch.
So, what does it mean?
Not necessarily. It could be a message only a specific person is... Traveler, you alone spoke to...
Oh, so
Give it a try.
Come to the spring on Mount Qingse. I have left an entrance for you.
Well,
Just as one surmised, it seems that Rex Lapis will not countenance our involvement in this matter.
That would not surprise me in the slightest. He's always had a soft spot. But be that as it may, we have served Rex Lapis for millennia now. In other words, I'm sure this has nothing to do with favoritism.
that's right. So you mustn't let your guard down. Even if Rex Lap...
all right, let's get going. Keep your eyes peeled. They should be around here somewhere.
Who could have imagined that the once mighty Geo Archon might end up so, sitting on a humble stool in the woods, quietly weaving moon lanterns? You really do look like an old man.
This is a Shao lantern, not a moon lantern. In ages past, when the gods waged war and the world was in turmoil, these lanterns were lit to guide fallen warriors back to their homes. Had you tarried in the mortal realm for but a little while longer, you might have become...
Even so, it bears such a striking resemblance to the moon lanterns they used to offer up to the heavens. Could this...
Perhaps in some sense it is. Yet, for instance, who is to say that some of Langan's magnificent jade did not become part of the very foundations upon which Liyue harbored. It is conceivable that this ritual was transmitted.
Now, let's not let ourselves get carried away. For all its splendor, do not forget that, in the end, even Langan. Alas, it is just a pity that the little creatures of this world may never again lift their eyes to the moon. But you, Geolord, now that you rule this realm, why take the trouble, not to mention the risk, to visit one who bears such profound... Are you not afraid that you might be sullied by the curse of time that was laid upon...
There is no risk to speak of. At least, not in comparison to that which you took when you defied the heavens.
As I have stated, time and again, it was not I who defied Geolord. The ancient affairs of Langan have nothing to do with me. For I am but one of her deadly selves, severed before her demise. My name is not Zibai, but Zichao. Surely you did not take us for one and the same, solely on the basis that we may all assume the form of white horses? Sorry to break it to you, but you seem to have found yourself the wrong white... Anyway, do tell me, what urge...
Very well, then. I have come to ask for Zibai's shade.
Oh? So, the Geolord has set his sights upon Zibai's human soul.
The world outside is changing. With the new moon's birth, the confines of the Shadow Moon are gradually disintegrating. In other words, consequently, strange phenomena have manifested within Langan's former domain, leading to the earthly soul's reappearance as well. The last of the trio, the human soul, is in... My intention is to gather all three together.
I must admit, it seems that some remarkable affairs are coming to pass in the outside world. Yet there is one thing you seem to have overlooked. Back in the day, it was you that freed me from that painting. And afterwards, I took up arms in your name. Together we first subdued Chenyu Vale, then brought peace to Mount Qingse. It was for this cause that the contract... But now that the debt has been repaid, what cause have you?
Zibai and I have long been friends. Given not only that you were manifested from a corrupt desire within her divine form, but that you also possess a fragment of her soul. How can you purport to be...
I think you'll find that we are now as separate and distinct as any two beings ever were. What once shone with radiant purity has long become dust. What you see is no longer... Oh, great Lord of Geo. Should this still be unclear to you,
It seems that the fault lies in my own lack of consideration.
Wait! One moment, if you will. Should this not be your opportunity to propose a new contract? Even those puny mortals know how to haggle when striking their bargains. Should you, the famed god of contracts, not likewise strive? Come now, enough with the posturing.
Very well. I had, in truth, prepared a new
I knew you would not come yet. You should know that I want for nothing, for I live in the mountains, carefree and untroubled.
Then why persist in telling them those ancient stories? I speak of what transpired before the sky collapsed.
That is merely my way of passing the time. And what of it? Would any believe?
Those tales have long since spread throughout the
Who?
Should my words prove insufficient, I invite you to see the world for yourself. The Lantern Rite is presently underway in Liyue, and should prove quite intriguing.
So this, then, is the
Indeed it is. Think of it as...
Surely you do not hope to offer this in exchange for Tsubai's shade. The foundation of my very existence for a little...
Why not see for yourself? You can always decide afterward.
Is that so? Then perhaps this deal might not be entirely off the table after all.
Hey, it's Xiangli! Oh, we've been looking for you everywhere!
You're here.
So these are my guides. Well, well.
Guide?
Oh, you poor innocent little creatures. The benevolent Lord of Geo has sold you to me, which means that for the rest of this day...
Sold us to you? Just what have you gotten us into, Xiangli?
The situation is not quite as dire as that would sound. I ask only that you accompany my Adeptus friend on a tour of Liyue.
I would suspect that depends on...
Entertain you?
Let us start with this Liyue harbor of which I have heard so much. Nowhere is quite so fast.
How come this Adeptus sounds so different from what Paimon imagined? Okay, we'll take care of it. Get ready to find out why they call Paimon the best... Look! Not only is it Tivat's business... So, dear Madam Adeptus, where would you like to go?
With humble fare and wine to sip, in comfort clothed and...
So we're heading straight for the good stuff? Well, you're in luck. Because there are two main cooking styles in Liyue. Li cuisine, which is all about mountain delicacies, and Yue cuisine, which is centered on seafood. The most famous restaurants are Liyue Pavilion and Shinyue Kiosk. Oh, now Paimon's starting to drool. Yes, sir, only a...
Both sound like excellent options to me. Are...
not exactly. Both Li cuisine and Yue cuisine are known for the... But don't you worry about that. Just think of it as Zhang Li's little treat. Come on! Aren't you supposed to be pals with Hu Tao? Paimon's sure we can afford to spend a little more of her mora at least. Hey! All Paimon wants is to provide our Adeptus with the best possible experience here.
Both certainly sound like worthy choices. Just now, though, I happened to see a porter pass this way. Where might...
A hungry porter, huh? Yep. Nothing fancy schmancy there. Just tasty dishes made with simple ingredients in a variety... Oh! And the all...
One mean restaurant. Yes, even...
Yippee! That's a Wamin restaurant! Here we come! Shangling! Chef Mel! We're here!
Oh, hello there. What?
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. We're a little busy today, so grab a table while you... but... I don't think I've met... you could say that. Oh, I see. Well, hey there. A friend of the Traveler's a friend of mine, too. Don't worry, by the way, I'm Zhangling. I cook here at Wanmin.
Miss Xiangling, have you ever heard of the White Horse Adeptus?
Of course. What about...
I am her, and she is me.
Huh? You mean... you're...
Oh, you young'uns crack me up. Come on, Xiangling. You've got to keep up with the times. Haven't you heard of cosplay? It's like a role-playing game where you dress up as famous characters and pretend to be them. Seriously, it's all the rage, and it looks like this young lady is quite the expert. Your friends sure keep their fingers on the pulse.
Wow, Dad. Didn't know you were so tuned in.
You gotta listen to our customers. Didn't I tell you to spend...
Hey, I like making friends too. Anyway, even if it is just a costume, is it alright?
Of course it's all right, because that's exactly who I...
Okay. I can see you're really committed to the role. In that case, you can call Paimon the real traveler. Yeah, right. You...
Puny mortals. Nevertheless, I suppose it might be amusing to indulge in your little...
All right. Go grab yourselves a table. I'll come take your...
Hello. May I ask if Miss Xiongling and Chef Mao are here?
Yeah, they're just over there. Wait a sec. So, what would you like to... Huh? You're...
Hello, Miss Xiongling. It's me, Lu. I just wanted you to know how sorry I am. I honestly don't...
Oh, it's you. You really gave me a fright that day, young lady.
Come on, Dad. She's come... It's all right, Miss Lu. You must have been feeling a bit off that day. You're looking so... Why don't you grab a table, too?
No, I couldn't...
Hey, it's totally okay. We all feel under the weather. Yikes. Looks like all the tables are taken. Wanna come sit with us? We've got an extra seat over here. Thanks, guys. So what would you like to eat today? Feel free to order any...
I should very much like to sample... your Renette.
It wasn't poisoned. That was all on me.
So that's one portion of blackback perch stew. How about you? Paimon wants... Sure thing. Looks like Paimon's having trouble making up her mind. Anyway, let me think. Well, since the blackback perch stew is on the spicier side, and since it's Lanternlit season, you better try out the triple-layered consommé and come and get it too. Those are our As for the carbs, since we've got a full table, how about some right at home? Along with our special chili mince cornbread buns. Then for dessert, I'll whip you up some Lucky Snow Delight. I just came up with it a few days ago. Wow! Sounds like...
Am I the only one who thinks that's...
Not at all. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing, but since this is okie dokie, just...
Hold on. Did I just hear Miss Xiangling mention...
You did indeed. And you're looking right...
That's a joke, by the way. She's cosplaying.
Oh, I see. Phew, almost...
Tell me, little one, what business might you have?
It's a long story. Basically, a while back, I took part in an archaeological dig. Our findings show that they date back to the era of Long Gone, an ancient nation whose people are said to have been the ancestors of some of the modern-day inhabitants of Chenyu.
And why might such matters concern the White Horse?
Because some of those relics not only seem to contain textual references to her, but even depictions of... There have long been legends claiming that the White Horse Adeptus was a deity of that era, but there are plenty of other theories. If I could just locate some more detailed records, I'm sure...
So you're into...
Well, to tell you the truth, I actually joined the archaeological team by sheer accident. Recently, though, things seem to have taken a turn for the worse. Still can't believe I caused...
Oh, so you're considering becoming a martial artist now?
No, I mean, they weren't seriously hurt. It was just a few scratches, and they let it go after my mother compensated them. Either way, my career is pretty...
Family...
Yeah, he's decided to ground me. I'll have to return to Chaoying Village after Lanternlit, and goodness knows when I'll be allowed to leave.
Wow, that's harsh. Sounds like the kind of thing only rich, super traditional parents would do.
We're not exactly rich, though. All we own are a few tea fields in Chaoying Village and a guest house.
A guest house? It isn't Baiju guest house by any chance?
Yep, he's my grandfather. So, you've heard of the guest house before?
Small world, huh? Come to think of it, didn't Boss Lu mention something about hoping that the White Horse Adeptus would show up and let her Sure, but Paimon's guessing this wasn't exactly what he had in mind.
Little one, it sounds to me that your family is rather well off after all. What then drew you to archaeology? Why subject yourself to such...
Even if I stayed at home, there's no guarantee I'd lead a nice, easy life. Just look at my Recently, my grandfather put him in charge of the guest house, and he came up with a bunch of ideas right away. That didn't turn out well, though. My grandfather yelled at him for days, even calling him a...
Oh! Paimon thinks we met...
Long story short, being dependent on others is never fun. You just end up being completely under their... That's why I want to make it on my own out here, no matter how hard it is. After all, as the saying goes, to rise up... What's so funny about...
You poor, innocent little creatures never fail to amuse me. To think you would endure all manner of hardships in your brief time on this mortal plane. I would have thought that the wiser path would be to simply roam this world as...
Huh?
Tell me, what is it that you truly delight in? Archaeology? Martial arts?
What I delight...
Yes! Surely there must be something you don't find quite so exhausting.
But... do things like that...
Of course! Take Miss Xiangling, for instance. I defy you to detect even a hint of hardship on her face when she wields her walk. So, since it seems you are resolved to tread the rocky path, you should strive with all your might.
You mean, like...
I suppose.
Looks like the White Horse adapted...
I think I get what you mean, then. Maybe I should have a chat with Miss Xiangling before I...
Okay, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your food. Wow.
Oh, finally! I get to try that fame.
Hey! Didn't you hear what Shang said? It wasn't the stew. If anyone's to blame, it's that other you. What's up?
How fiercely this mortal fare burns upon the tongue! Most satisfying as...
Oh, there's plenty of
storytelling performances?
You know, like listening to people telling stories. They're usually based on old Leo legends, just like their operas. Stuff like the Divine Damsel of Devastation, Through the Eye.
What about the story of the bright moon that's...
Paimon has... since we're on the set...
In that case...
Awesome! Let's go!
What a tongue twister. I'd have made a complete fool of myself if I tried to say it on stage. Call yourself Iron Tongue, Tien. Wobbly tongue.
I used to have that problem, but if you just take your time to grasp the meaning and commit it to memory, you'll be able to say it smoothly.
You're right, Miss Yoon.
Hey, Yunjin! Fancy seeing you here! What are you two talking about?
Ah, Traveler and Paimon, we meet again.
You may call me the White Horse Adeptus.
The White Horse
She's not really an adeptus.
I see. Well, it certainly looks like a...
Oh, funny you mention it. This type of thing is actually something I'm... Once, to perform through the eyes of a dragon.
Sounds like you just wanted an excuse to feel all big and powerful.
Hey, that's... You just don't understand.
You're one to talk. Paimon's traveled all over with the Traveler, and she's seen things that would make your jaw drop.
All right, then. Since you claim to be so not...
An ancient poem?
Ha! See? You mean to tell me you've never even...
What kind of a title is that?
Quit teasing, Paimon. We only just found out about that ourselves. He's talking about the writing on those ink. When we first saw it, we couldn't figure out what it all meant. So in the meantime, we decided to... However, thanks to the painstaking work of the scholars who were tasked with decoding it, it seems like that's exactly what it was. Or rather, an ode offered in veneration of the moon and the White Horse Adeptus.
Oh yeah! Didn't Kuching mention that before? It's got something to do with Longan, right?
That is correct. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has issued a notice stating that, Although it is true that the moon may disappear tonight, we should be in no but if you're worried, we can always take a leaf from the Book of the Ancients. By reciting this poem, I mean, and calling for the White Horse Adeptus's aid. If we do that, I'm certain she'll protect our moon and keep us safe.
Whoa, seriously? Paimon has to get a look at this. Under moon eternal, in ring under moon, it's something about fields being plowed.
The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the...
Whoa! You did that without even looking!
Bravo! Bravo! Looks like this young lady really does know her role inside out.
That's because
That's the spirit. This is exactly the kind of mindset I was talking about. Believe me, young lady, I know exactly why you do it. Back in the day...
I must say you are rather amusing.
Miss White Horse Adeptus, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance today. I have some questions regarding the poem, and I was wondering, perhaps, if you might be...
You want me to explain?
Your guidance would be much appreciated.
Fascinating. Huh. Tell me,
Well, it's true that we hold a deep fondness for our history, but it is hardly our only pursuit. One of my good friends, for instance, is even more devoted.
Exactly! And don't forget, great practitioners of the role-playing arts walk among us too.
Yes. So rather than placing too much emphasis on our reverence for the ancient ways, it might be better to say that here in Liyue, 100 passions bloom.
I see. Then, I suppose it wouldn't do any harm for me to enlighten you. In truth, as the eternal moon rises in the night sky, a maiden as the iridescent moon rises in the night sky, a maiden as the frost moon rises in the night sky, a maiden adorned with lustrous...
So she really did come down?
She shows the people how to use the plow and spade to purge the land of... She blesses the millet and the beans, ensuring that their stalks and vines stretch forth without end.
Sounds like she's a real...
The fruits of the field are harvested and brewed into sacred wine for honored guests. This we reverently present to the divine... Oh, divine maiden, how does your pure and radiant form... I send my heart's desire, ascending to the heavens, beseeching you...
Huh? So...
I find myself speechless. Moved beyond the power of words.
A truly remarkable performance. I did not anticipate that anyone could unravel this poem with such depth and clarity. I'd even begun to consider myself somewhat versed in the matter. But as they say, there's always someone more knowledgeable out there. Allow me to
You are far too humble, young one. I must confess, it is I who have been surprised. Not only by you, but also by this...
Ah, so you're not from Liyue. And what may I...
Oh, it's nothing really. Just some old... Very well, my guides. I suppose it is time we set forth on the next part of our excursion. I'd like to go see that wharf.
No problem! What's it...
Oh, leaving so soon? Before you go, allow me to introduce myself. I am Yunjin,
My own name is scarcely worth mentioning, but since you asked...
Huh? So, it isn't actually...
Of course not. Its real title is Odes of Long Zabai.
Odes of Long Zabai.
All right then, until we meet... you, I almost forgot to mention. On my recent trip to I found records in their collection of another divine envoy living on the moon.
A divine envoy on the moon? You don't think it could have been
No way to say for sure. Still, the similarities between our legends are... Isn't it amazing? Especially when you can...
It truly is. We might live in different lands, but when we look up at the night...
Right? It's like we're all bound together.
No wonder you were so excited to go see the giant lantern when you first got back. Sounds like you're a real fan of the White Horse Adept.
I guess you could say that. Just a pity she's so elusive. Even Granny's never met her, you know? Maybe she really is just a...
Hey, Yanfei and Ganyu! Trust, Paimon. The White Horse Adeptus is as real can be.
Huh? Oh, look! It's the Traveler and Paimon! Feels like I haven't seen you two in like...
Hey, you two. Happy Lantern Rite.
Did I hear you right just now, Paimon? Does that mean you've...
She has indeed. And now, so have you. Why, who else? The White Horse...
Could you maybe start with something else next time?
You're the White Horse Adeptus?
That's right. Allow Paimon to introduce you to our new friend, Zichao. She's been low-key obsessed with cosplaying the White Horse Adeptus ever since we met her.
I see. Well then, greetings, Miss Zichao. My name is Yanfei, and recently,
I'm sure the two of you will get along like a house on fire. Oh, and by the way...
So, Miss Zichao, you must be here to see the...
A horse-shaped Zhao lantern? Is that...
That's right! A lantern made to honor the White Horse Adeptus herself.
Huh? What are you laughing at?
Both the lantern?
What do you mean?
Oh, this lantern truly is an artistic masterpiece. But tell me this.
Come to think of it, Paimon can't remember ever actually seeing one herself. What about you, Traveler?
Oh, this horse appears to be mid-trot, but it has adopted what is called a lateral gait, where the legs on one side of the body move together in unison. Rather, just now, I suddenly pictured myself, I mean, the White Horse Adeptus running the same way. The image was so...
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Oh, come on! It's basically a giant piece of fan art! Who cares if it's different than the original?
I was merely laughing at my own ignorance. I came here thinking that the White Horse Adeptus's tale had been long forgotten. Yet here...
Well, you couldn't have been more mistaken. There are so many tales about the White Horse Adeptus. I'm starting to lose count.
Just so you know, Yanfei, we've heard it all like a million...
But there's one thing I can guarantee...
Huh? You mean like a new chapter of her...
Mm-hmm. And I heard it from Ganyu just yesterday.
Hey. Sure, no problem. Where to begin?
Of course! It's a festival held in honor of the Stove God.
That's right. But it took a really long time for the Stove God Festival to become what it is today. In its earliest form, it was actually an adeptal ritual known as the Moon Chase Rite.
Paimon remembers Madame Ping mentioning that before, but she never explained exactly.
According to Cloud Retainer, the Moon Chase Rite was originally a ritual meant for communicating with the moon.
Communicating with the moon?
But at first, Cloud Retainer wasn't entirely sure either, as it was always Rex Lapis who performed.
Whoa! Rex Lapis did it himself? Must have been a really...
That's right. Unfortunately, despite numerous attempts, they never actually received any response from the moon, which is why they eventually stopped performing it. But then, just yesterday, Kutching took a picture of the moon being obscured by a dark hole to Cloud Retainer and asked if it had anything to do with the Moon Chase Rite. The moment Cloud Retainer saw it, it suddenly dawned on her that the rite might have been an attempt to reach the White Horse Adeptus all along.
Does that mean Zhongli's been trying to bring back the White Horse Adeptus.
So how about that? Bet you never thought there might even be a link between the White Horse Adeptus and the Moon Chase Festival.
If Kuching hadn't taken that picture to Cloud Retainer...
This is probably what Kuching was referring to that day when she mentioned there were some ideas she wanted to
So, Geo Archon.
Huh? What?
Nothing. What I truly meant to say was, this new insight you provide... Oh, by the way, my trusty guides, I've been meaning to ask...
Huh? We're off to the next stop already? But Paimon's barely done.
All the more reason to find the right spot to let...
Oh, so that's what you're up to. A tour of Liyue Harbor? In that case, if you're looking for a spot with a...
That's a great idea. Since the terrace is on higher ground, the sea view... Great! Well, the lantern...
Hope to see you all at the festival tonight.
Oh, you're off too? All right then. See you both soon.
See you soon.
Very well, my guides. What are we waiting for?
Okay, you're the boss. Eugene Terrace it is. After all, the customer's always right.
Something else you needed to do? And what, may I ask, is a...
It's this awesome invention that lets you record...
Oh? What must I do in preparation?
Nothing! All you gotta do is choose a pose. The Traveler will handle everything else. Come on, let's give it a try. Look! We got a great picture! Paimon!
Very well. Let us proceed. Eugene Terrace lies in... that direction, does it not?
Hey, wait for us!
Truly, a marvelous view if ever there was one. It seems the charm of this Liyue Harbor is...
And soon, people will start releasing their Xiao lanterns to... Practically everyone will be with their friends and family.
No need.
Weary day? You mean...
I had imagined you would arrange for me to witness some grand spectacle. Perhaps the descent of divine being. Or, should that not come to pass, then at the very least, spend a little more coin. For that, it seems, is how one finds true enjoyment. Alas, but there was none of these. Instead, we merely filled our bellies, listened to tales, and gazed upon a crude imitation of my likeness. And now the sun begins its descent. What a day of...
Well, we're so sorry. If we'd known that was what you wanted, we'd have done it all differently. It's all that Zhang Li's fault for not making the customer's requirements clear.
Well, it's too late now. Do you still believe I would part with that soul fragment, now so intertwined with my very being?
But...
I knew...
Huh? You were just trying...
It seems the realm of the Geo Archon has a way of making...
So, you were just pulling...
Of course. I was merely engaged. Long ago, I shared tales with various mortals who chanced upon my mountain abode. Never did I imagine that those... Perhaps, as your Geolord said, a few pieces of ancient Langan's magnificent jade have truly become part of the...
So, you've decided to help us?
Again, that goes without saying. I made up my mind some time ago now, when I beheld a rather intriguing scene as I set foot in this city. I saw porters passing through the alleys, setting down heavy wooden crates from their weary shoulders. Peddlers pushing carts as the kites and lanterns upon them rustled. I saw cooks cooking, actors acting, scholars reading, soldiers. Some, it seems, have already found that which stirs their hearts, while others continue to fret, troubled by uncertain futures. Yet, in this gentle and serene order,
Each holds fast to their anticipation, not only for the celebrations to come, but also for the first light of the morrow. Scenes I once yearned to behold now unfold before me, no longer in Langan, but in Liyue Harbor. How wondrous is this mortal realm!
Thank you, Whitehorse Adeptus! Thank you—
Adeptus, Adepti. Perhaps but once we leave our mountain refuge, so it is I who should offer my thanks to the two of you. Traveler, Paimon, you have made this day more delightful than— Come now, and take what it is you need.
You mean, like, right now? But don't you think we should wait for Zhongli?
That won't be necessary. All things shall meet again in their time, for the waters know no rest, and the flowers their appointed season. One need not fear that life is but a journey of goodbyes.
Is she gone?
Yes, she's gone. A deadly self is formed from the body's impure vapors, so naturally it cannot survive long in this world. Had it not been now that the remnant is gone, it has severed its ties.
Zhongli! When did you get here?
A while ago.
I would have thought you'd at least want to say goodbye.
Though mountains endure, the ceaseless waters will at last. It may be goodbye for now.
Really? And when might that be?
Who can say for sure? Years and years from now, or maybe.
Are you saying?
We will find out soon enough. It is time. The rite is about to.
The rite is about to begin. Is the moon really gonna disappear?
Got your lanterns ready, everyone?
All set.
Might be about time to put eyes to the sky. Wouldn't you say, Tianquan?
Look!
When the sun's out, eat the sun. When the moon's out, eat the moon.
Whoa, is this the lunar eclipse?
Under moon eternal, in radiant night, a maiden grants silk, soft and light.
Under moon iridescent, in night divine, a maiden grants fiber for cloth
For
so
you.
fine. Under moon of frost, in night so great, a maiden grants tools to divine our fate. The fields are plowed, the seeds are sown, and from the earth, life is grown. The seedlings stretch, the crops do rise, and all unfolds before our eyes. Fruits are gathered, sweet wine is poured. These gifts we offer to our Lord. Pure as heaven, so fair and bright, she shines as light in this dark night.
And with her does this, wish take flight.
Devoted soul, scattered and unbound. Let this lantern guide you home. By its light be found.
Did we do it? Do we finally get to meet the real White Horse Adeptus?
This place. Where am I?
A familiar land, now known by the name.
Liyue? Then who?
Oh no! She seems to have
And those countless lights in the sky.
These lights, each like a dwelling in glad accord, usher in this day of joyous rebirth.
And whose rebirth might that be?
That of my old friend, Zibai.
Zibai?
Yeah, that's you! Don't you remember anything at all?
That's... me? Oh, yes. The envoy of the Lunar Palace. My name is Zibai, indeed. Then you must be... the Lord of Geo, Heaven's Star.
Many years have passed since we last saw one another. Zibai, my friend. Welcome home.
Home? But why does this place, this Liyue, feel at once so strange, and yet who you are? Who are you? You are that young wushu dancer, the... How fares your quest for...
Hey, you've got it all wrong! You're talking about...
But I could have sworn... Oh, that's right. You're that impudent blonde youngster who kept meddling in my affairs. And to think you even had the audacity to presume yourselves worthy of... Ah, yes. How very wonderful to see you again, my most faithful and beloved guides. I trust all has been well in my...
Well, she finally got it right. But that sudden mood swing felt even weirder.
It is possible that her cells have not yet settled. After all, they've only just been brought back together.
Huh? You mean, kinda like she's still half asleep?
That I cannot say for certain. Perhaps a few days.
A few years?
Mortal years are but a poor measure when divine beings tread the realm of...
Well, if you say so. Anyway, at least she's whole again, right? That already seems like a pretty good outcome to Paimon.
Yes, there is little cause for worry. We need only wait and let time take its course.
Say...
Celebrating Lantern Rite, of course. And
Lantern Rite.
Of course! Why else do you think we've been running around like headless chickens these past few days? Tell you what, Traveler, why don't we take the White Hearse Adeptus out to celebrate? Who knows? Maybe seeing some familiar faces might help. Hey, Xiangli! You've got some time on your hands now, right?
By no means a bad idea.
Oh, and Zibai, before Paimon forgets, when we meet the others later, remember to wish them a...
Happy...
Happy Lent!
Yes! Happy...
Lantern Rite. A night of joy, reunion, and moonlit...
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Trigger pill to swap.
With one heart, we pray. Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust up.
Mind the side effects.
Receive my blessing.
Accept defensive mode engaged.